something to chew on, Pilates penguins, and more LSD news.
My name is... Oh, hang on. Is this a secure podcast? Are we secure? Because I wanted to talk about our plans to invade Greenland.
I'm very
but I'm
secure.
not sure if I'm allowed to release this information on this particular platform. My name's Bomber Webb.
I'm Chris.
And you're about to listen to unclassified information this week in Sedgefield.
I feel like I'm a bit of a forgetful person at times.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yes. Why is that?
Because there were two things that I think that we forgot from our previous episode.
Oh, we did.
Okay.
We did, indeed.
But let's just move on, shall we?
Why not?
Or should we speak about them?
I suppose we should bring them up.
Okay, fine. Well, the first one is that last week was our 50th episode of This Week in Sedgefield.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
that's really cool.
I thought so.
50.
Yeah.
50. That's good, yeah.
That's a good...
excellent.
That's good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here's the 50th anniversary present that I bought for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's a pleasure. I hope you enjoy it.
It's too good to describe.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to do with it.
No, you don't have to say anything.
Okay, I won't.
Okay.
The other thing that we forgot, very importantly, was that the Eagle Stars had a fantastic, or the first and second team had a fantastic game of rugby a few weeks back, I think 2 weeks back now.
Yes.
And we managed to actually get to a game. And
finally got to go and watch one.
Brilliant.
Oh my goodness, wasn't it fun?
Oh, it was exciting. I hardly had a voice the next day. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, I really battled. I was very gruff the next day. Yeah. That was such great fun. The atmosphere
what a vibe.
Electric. Yeah. It's because they plugged the seats in, I think. But no, it really was good. It really was good.
That's how you get them going.
That little shock that every time we scored made you jump up and wave your arms about in a crazy fashion. Really was good. I would like to encourage everyone to go.
To go to the next one. And just that, like you say, the vibe, all of that was so great, but also just really good rugby. Actually,
my
very
goodness, they're
good
talented.
rugby. Very much so.
Yeah, Springboks in the making.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
When is the first match of the proper season's coming up, isn't it?
Yes, that's on Saturday, the 5th of April. 5th of April.
Yeah, 5th of April.
And that's nice because that's going to be a Saturday afternoon. Now, this Friday one that we went to did go, it got a little bit late.
It started late. I don't know if the other team arrived late or whatever, but it did start late.
Oh, but it was well worth it.
And it got a bit cold.
Which was a little bit chillo, so.
But then we were in like T-shirts and shorts.
You were wearing your Speedo,
the Saturday afternoon one.
So you were supporting the Eagles. How did I know? It stuck out a little bit.
Okay, I was wearing my Support Eagles Speedo. No, I wasn't. But the Saturday one is going to be in the afternoon.
That's great. No, very, very good.
2 matches, B-side, A-side. Yep.
Very, very cool.
Looking forward to that.
Okay, we'll keep an eye and ear out for that, exactly when that is and times and all of that. So we didn't have to pay for tickets. It felt safe. It was very, very fun. It was cool. Very, very good.
Cool, yeah.
Okay, moving swiftly along, do we have a deputy mayor?
No, I don't think we do.
Isn't that a bit odd?
It is,
right?
Because we have a mayor and no deputy. I mean, what if the mayor's taken ill or something?
Yeah. How do we know who?
I think we heard from Laval that they might decide on a mayor next Monday, but the agenda's not out yet.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so it should be coming soon.
Yeah, but then there was a strange thing. Another, they because the Mr. Marby who left, he was the Alberto Marby. He was the PBI representative, councillor.
Was he the one? The
he was
only
the only
one?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he left. So the PBI are apparently bringing someone in.
That's why
to take over the position.
Because there's no one else. They only had one seat.
And there was a proportional vote because he didn't have a ward. So if they have a ward, then we have to have a by-election. Yeah. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's a by-election.
Yeah, something.
It's open to all genders.
I can hear some of our listeners' drool starting to slowly drop as we engage in more and more politics. Tell you what, let's save this, and we've got actually quite a bit to talk about with the politics of Knysna. So let's do that one next week. We've done a first episode of Knysna politics.
Okay,
and
so we'll do another one.
Yeah, let's jump.
By then we might know who the deputy mayor is.
That'll be quite helpful.
And if it's someone from out of town or in town.
There we go. And so if any of our listeners do have a question that you would like to ask around the politics of Knysna, about any of it, just let us know. Even with the ward councillors, they are really great at communicating.
You can drop us a message or email editor@edgenews.co.za.
That will just be absolutely lovely.
Cool. So moving on to non-political stuff.
Yes.
Penguins.
Penguins. Do we have any penguin news?
Well, we kind of do and we kind of don't. So there ain't no penguin news, but there are 3 ladies who dressed up as penguins and did Pilates.
That totally counts.
On the banks of our lagoon.
What a place to do it.
Doesn't it count?
That is, of course that counts.
Because I think what happens is if penguins, real penguins, are doing like a flyover, they'll look down and see these Pilates doing penguins.
Paragliding flyover.
Yes, and they'll say, man, that looks like a good spot to sort of set up camp.
And then we get it protected.
And that'll be absolutely because
fantastic.
Sedgefielders are such protective people. Apparently no penguins flew over whilst they were doing their Pilates.
But they were really doing
penguin Pilates.
Penguin Pilates.
No, they're people from the Move community of Sedgefield.
Oh, good. So there are people moving around.
There used to be the Studio 42 Pilates group,
peeps.
But of course that closed.
Yes,
because the
very
building
sadly
was needed. So they've moved to the Catholic Manse, but it's no longer called Studio 42. It's called the Move Sedgefield. Not wanting to move Sedgefield.
Well, maybe. You don't know.
So they're called Move Sedgefield.
They want to move our hearts.
They were doing Pilates on the lagoon. Yeah. But talking of moving in Sedgefield.
Yeah, we have the LSD. I've been
it's
practicing.
The way to remember it, the LSD framework.
LSD framework. There we go. The what I call the spatula framework, because that's just way easier for me to remember. Local Spatial Development Framework.
That's it.
This is the draft document, the 70, is it 70 pages or so?
Something like that,
yeah. Somewhere around there.
A lot of pages.
Very nicely put together documents on how our town should grow, how we can be intentional in our town growing, not how we grow it.
Yes,
it's going to grow. In fact, it is growing like wild.
Yeah. So the document's out, and it was. I think we spoke about it last time. It's being circulated mostly like in PDF form. On there's a link,
and there's a great the article from the Edge there that the digital version has been shared around in a lot of WhatsApp groups, which has been very helpful as well.
So it's calling, but what I want to say is people mustn't get into a panic. That bulldozers are going to move in and they're going to
make traffic circles everywhere.
Build a high school. Do some traffic circles and build thousands of houses.
Yeah, this
is just to show how Sedgefield will grow if it intends to grow.
Yes.
Which it does. We're sure it's going to grow, but they're not going to come in and make it grow.
That's it.
So they're going to say, okay, well, if we need more housing, this is a place that they can do it.
Yeah.
This is the place where the building, that the CBD can extend to.
Exactly, and
this zone
industrial
is for
and
low impact housing. This zone is for higher impact housing. Density. Sorry, not impact.
Oh, that's a density. That's the word we were looking for.
The various,
This area for penguin Pilates. I'm sure I saw it in there. It's quite a long document.
Zone. So that's basically it. So we can look at it and say, well, if it does grow, this is, or when it does grow, this is how we agree would be good. And I think they need our participation, not just for saying yay or nay, but also for saying in your description, you haven't quite got this right.
Yeah.
One of the things we were talking about was population.
Yes, and
so
this is a tough one, right?
It is, because they took their figures. I think you wrote them down. The population of
in 2011.
There
were by the census was 8,404 individuals who lived here in Sagefield.
Yeah,
which doesn't sound like a lot. Okay, but that's still 2011.
They put it at 11,757.
Yeah.
I don't know if that includes the 2 penguins. Not sure.
No.
11,757.
I'll stand for their rights. Add on 2 if we can. We'll have to get the calculator,
That they've got it down as 2022. 11,000.
Yes, because that's when the last census was, I'm skeptical.
Very skeptical. I think, and they talk about us growing in population by 2040
yes.
to 26,000.
That's it. And that's on they have a lovely graph there showing if it's kind of a lot of growth, a high growth. You know, I would think if it carries on at the current kind of growth, that it would reach that.
I would stick my neck out now and say I think we're already on 25,000.
Do you think as much as that?
I think we are.
That is a lot of
people. We've had
people.
such an influx. We've had the building industry boom.
Yeah.
We've had the which always brings people, laborers in looking for work.
Yeah, and are those numbers, if those numbers are included with that, sure.
That's it.
I think we would be much closer to that.
Happening where people are moving in droves from Joburg, Cape Town to
that was us 5 years
areas.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's still it's going bigger.
Working remotely. We've So look, I have no official. I wish I could say I've gone around to each household and counted heads.
Yeah.
But I'm a serious believer that we're pretty close to that figure.
Yeah.
So I think we need a more accurate thing, or we need to say some of the stuff on there might well need to be fast tracked because our population is growing.
That's it.
Especially, dare we say it, the infrastructure.
Yeah, we do. We dare say.
And that's another point that we look at. Yeah, it's all very well to say that this infrastructure needs to grow by this amount and that needs to grow by that amount, but we're going to need some form of national government funding if that's going to happen.
Yes, because
our local municipality ain't got no money.
That's right. We're still in an unfunded budget, and there are all it seems like it is actually looking a little bit better, and there are great plans that they have for opening up on a Saturday, two Saturdays in the next month.
They're going to open on 2 Saturdays to allow people. It's very generous of them to come and pay their bills.
Oh, fantastic!
They're saying it's part of their revenue enhancement project.
What a great name for it.
Yeah, it's good.
What are you doing here? So revenue enhancment.
Yes, I'm enhancing revenue.
I'm a revenue enhancer.
Give me your money.
Show me your revenue. I will enhance it like you can't even believe.
No, that's and talking of which, while we're on a bit of revenue enhancement, the water meter thing. We've also got a story in the paper once again about these prepaid water meters. It's a bit of a tough one because it's kind of a story that I feel like we're repeating it all the time, and nobody wants to repeat a story, but it's not being fixed.
That's it. Well,
so we have to keep reporting that these prepaid water meters are not working.
Yeah.
People are being left high and dry. They don't have that. What Lavelle, the councillor, he's so frustrated because, of course, everyone phones him and says, "When are you going to do your job? Get my water meter connected."
And he's trying to, and he's saying, "Hey, something could change suddenly, but at the moment, there's nothing changing."
What he explained was that in that message we had last time,
in last week's episode,
was that they've changed the team has gone.
Yeah,
that was. Well, not actually fixing the meters. They weren't fixing the meters.
Servicing
them
and
loading your tokens on for you.
Yeah, effectively that turned into their job.
So you buy tokens, you get to your water meter and you try and load it on and it wouldn't work. These guys would come, I think, with another token loady thingy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to get technical.
The token enhancer,
Token enhancer. And now that team's days are over because they were on contract.
And it was the 3 months, and it's bureaucracy after.
So now it's your plumber. That you're not your plumber.
Not your personal plumber. Yes, the town plumber. One of the town plumbers. That company. And they've got to do that. But like Lavelle was saying, our Ward 1 councillor that we've mentioned multiple times now, but he was saying that if there is a burst pipe or something like that, they're going to attend to that first, and then you're going to be waiting anyway. And that could be anywhere really in the area, which is difficult and tough. And that's also, of course, something that's going to have to come in with the LSD framework. Almost said LSDF, but I'm not allowed to. But as we go through it, and we're going to be working on it, and we've got time for public comment all the way through to May. I can't remember the day in May now, but
8 weeks.
8 weeks. So that's to get comments in. We can do it directly to them or to the SRA, the Sedgefield Residents Association, which is going to be a great one to do. But also just going in with this attitude of not nitpicking and looking for all the bad things. I found myself doing that, honestly. I looked at the maps, and there was one of the maps that I was worried about because it showed housing zones in an area. I'm like, wait, I don't think that should be a housing zone.
Yeah.
But this is why it's there, so that there's nothing being hidden. It's put there nicely for us to read. This is important, especially for us who do plan on being here for the next 30, 40 years.
That's it.
That we're helping to shape it. And that's not just complaining.
Exactly that. So the housing zone that you look at and you go, I really don't want houses there. If we have reasonable reasons for not wanting them there, we can put those forward and see. But I often say to people, when you moved here, before you moved or built here, your neighbor used to have this lovely green area next door to them. And then
that's true.
You built and they went, no, I can't believe someone's building there.
This town is falling apart.
Yes, people are building on empty plots. And at the moment, there's a huge amount of building an extra dwelling on a plot. Oh, not on a plot, on a residential plot.
Yes.
So there's a house there already. A lot of people building an extra house on there, because there's such a shortage.
Yeah. No,
so we are going to have zones where they are going to want to put up houses. Once again, it's not like government's going to come in and put up a whole lot of houses.
Yeah.
They will probably open it up to private individols. I know they have low density zones and high density zones.
Yeah.
So they might
very
say
detailed, man. Yeah.
This you can build. We were talking about Cloud 9 on the other side of Cloud 9.
Yeah.
That could be a residential zone, but they might say you have to have 2 hectares of property around
but you can live there, because there are
low density,
homes. I mean, they're outward bound, and all of that's still going there. Okay, so it'll be very good to look at that. Let's look at the broader municipality now, where there was a bit of a report back of the district discussions, and one specific part in there that piqued my interest, and I kind of want to ask why it's not on the front page. And I know others have done this, but this has to do with the Otaniqua Choo-Tjoe.
Yes, yeah.
So there's discussions and progress.
There's discussions. Yeah, they said that August last year, they awarded a contract.
Congratulations.
Yeah, here's a contract for rejuvenating, if that's the word.
It is basically now. Enhancing. Railway enhancement.
The railway line between George and Knysna.
Yeah, a good 80 kilometers or so.
Yeah. And I read that with interest, and I did see, I think at least one other paper had a big splash about it on their webpage.
Yeah.
But I've been caught in the past. We've had probably 3 or 4 editions since it closed.
Yeah.
I think it closed in 2003, if I remember
was it?
correctly.
Okay, I thought it was when was the last big floods? 2008.
Yeah, no, it was the
because it was the first one, and then they patched it up a bit, and then
I'm not sure. Anyway, I may be wrong.
Anyway, yeah.
But the problem is, every few years, quite often it's a politician wanting to score points.
Yeah.
I'm also suspicious that Sanral
Sanral,
I don't know. You see, if a railway line is basically removed, they have to get the land back to its pristine indigenous self. Put it that way.
Yeah.
So,
which the land is doing a lot of that itself, honestly.
Yes, it's growing over
doing
the
a pretty good
line.
job. Yeah.
So what I think has to happen, if they make the decision, it's not going to happen, and they have to uproot the railway lines.
Yeah,
it's going to cost them a fortune.
Oh man.
So maybe it's a bit of that. I don't know, but we've had Choo-Tjoe back on track. Choo-Tjoe online to come back.
It's really you're just running out of puns is the issue, which is crazy for you, honestly.
But yeah, I want to see plans. I want to. I think 4 or 5, 6 or 7 times we've had those headlines. We've all got so excited.
I've been burned before. I don't want to go through that again.
Yes.
Which I totally understand.
I mean, wouldn't it be great?
Oh, my goodness, that would be so great. We were speaking about it. And what I like how they list, and this is what I didn't hear before, maybe it wasn't there before, and I just didn't pay attention to it, but saying that it would be for things like timber. And the other thing, but that it would be for that it would actually be for transporting a lot of things.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be used for commuting. It doesn't just need to be. I've only got it framed in my mind from my childhood as a tourist thing. And my happy memories from that.
Twice a day. I think twice a day from Sedgefield, from Neisner to George.
Oh, yeah.
And twice 2 return trips. And it was just a tourist thing.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't
amazing.
Priced for commuting.
Yeah.
And obviously
it could
with the steam zone, but it could be. I mean, the Otanikwa Choo-Tjoe with the coal burning or the wood burning or whatever.
Yeah.
The steam.
Yes.
That could be that would have to be
the touristy one.
Tourist
That's not.
But there's nothing to stop them putting a steam. I mean, a diesel
electric
train or something.
Oh, diesel. Yeah, something like that. That would be very interesting to see if it does
for commuters and schoolgoers.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
How much would that solve in our areas?
Wow, because
if we
so
could get
many
between.
kids cannot make it to school.
Yeah.
We've got a real problem with transport. Masatandani they do a lot of transport bursaries.
Oh, really?
For kids.
Of course, they would have to. Yeah. And that money could go into building up more infrastructure and doing some really cool things.
What a pleasure.
Oh, really, really hope so. Hey, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, you had another great. You didn't run out of puns for the tortoise tough.
Yes.
What was this time?
When the tough get going.
That's it. When the tough get going. Yeah. Of course.
I wasn't sure if it should be the tough gets going or the tough get going. But
because it's a singular event.
Yes, a singular event.
I think you had it right.
Yeah, I
approve.
So. But look, it was a great event. It really was good fun.
Cool.
Athletes coming from all over the country.
Yeah.
And it was running 30 or 21 or 10.
Yeah, and it was open again to Platbank, to Groenklei Beach again. They managed
really
to do that
good.
again.
Yeah, they went over the hill and it's
far
a tough
away
course, very very tough course.
Jeez, unbelievable.
And when I picked up, I was actually writing the story, and I thought, well, let me get the official results, and I went on to the ASWD website to get the official results, and I realised that Nedbank just cleared up. My goodness, the Nedbank Running Club
just dominated.
They won more of the firsts and seconds than the rest of the clubs put together.
Take that FNB. Absol, what you got?
Capitec is still on it. Below standard. Yes.
That's some smack talk right there.
The Nedbank Athletics Club they cleaned up really well.
That's really cool to see and to know, because there are individuals behind that. I mean, that's great sponsorship and everything like that, but investing in this just really, really cool thing, and it's very beautiful. It's so nice to still see, honestly, the spray painted arrows.
Yes,
and, I mean, my kids
use chalk lines. So if anyone is thinking of sending an email to complain about it, it's chalk lines. So
okay, I suppose it'll go when we get a rain.
Another batch of rain, it'll probably go away. Yeah.
Okay, no, that'll be good to.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be fine.
And hey, I wanted to also say quickly that the road along the lagoon, was dug up days before the race.
Oh yeah,
and then they sorted it.
Oh, good.
And now it's dug up again.
Oh.
So they basically
they covered it up
the
quick.
fixing. But wow, that was so cool.
Die Dominee kom. It's just quickly shove everything out the way.
Out, Grant. No, but they really did. And I take my hat off to them.
Yeah.
Hey? That's community-minded, that is.
That is.
Get the road patched up.
Yeah, make it look
even
good.
if it's temporarily, whilst the runners are crossing and now dig it up again and fix it properly, we hope.
Unless maybe they just did it by chance. Like they're going up, it's the weekend. We don't know what's going to happen on Monday. Who knows where this is going to go? Oh, cool. Yeah. Before we go, let's chat through. There are a few musical events that are coming up now.
Yeah, we've got Masatandani hosting.
They're very musical.
They're hosting Steve Newman.
Steve Newman?
Steve Newman.
Yeah.
He's a famous fellow. No, it's not Gary Newman, and it's not Paul Newman.
Oh, okay, neither of those.
Steve Newman. He's really good. He's very well known as a muso. And Oriel Hayes. Now, her mom was the deputy head of Smutsville School for years.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, so that's how they probably linked up.
And she lives in Oriel lives in it. Oriel's amazing. She's got this deep, rich, husky voice.
Yeah,
she's done work for Greenpeace. I think they got her to sing their theme song. So that's an international thing.
Oh, that's
There's
cool.
There's also a guy called Dan Boshoff and someone called Nish Pillay as well.
Okay,
I don't know them myself as artists, but I gather that they're very good.
Yeah, that sounds very cool. When is that? Or do we have to just check the edge?
13th of April.
Okay, it's actually coming up pretty soon.
Garden.
Beautiful
which
venue,
is by
honestly.
Scarab there, so it's open air, and it's 3 to 6 p.m. Yeah,
very, very good. Okay,
and it'll raise funds for Macedon Darnay.
Very good.
Yeah,
and there's
really
Carpe Musicam. They're also having
Carpe Musicam. They love Sedgefield, it seems, because Sedgefield loves them.
Oh, it's true.
So theirs is on the 6th of April.
Okay, that'll be the
so that's
Sunday.
the week before. 6th of April at 3:30 at the Engia Church Hall.
Oh, nice. Okay, great acoustics in there. Great acoustics.
Yes.
To be just right.
Just right.
I love how musical, love how artistic, and I love, just very, very cool
great.
to hear.
It really is good. Wilderness is kind of almost grabbed all the limelight for musical afternoons and whatever. It's such a musical little town, and it's great. Yeah, they've got lots of live music going on there. But I think we do need more in Sedgefield.
Yeah.
So that's great that we've got that going.
Yeah, and I like seeing at is it Scarab? Which one is it? Mosaic? No, yes, it is. It's Scarab. That little stage set up there, and then on a Saturday morning, with the market having a bit of live music.
They've got it on both. They've got it at Scarab and at
there.
Mosaic.
Yeah. I love that. That it's all over. Little things like that are just so
brilliant.
stinking
Absolutely
cool. Hey,
brilliant, and then
awesome
we
place
mustn't forget. May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
The skate day.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we got the skate jam coming up again. We've been practicing.
Yes.
I actually landed a kickflip. Did I tell you about it?
Did you?
Yeah, but a for real one that other people actually saw.
A kickflip. On
a skateboard.
On a skateboard.
Yes.
I thought that when you try and flip a pancake and it lands on your foot, and you've got to throw it off because it burns.
It onto your face. That's how you train.
Oh, is that how you train?
Yeah, that's very good training for that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's coming up. My son is very, very keen, very excited for that. And I know a lot of people are. As a teacher, I've been asked a good few times, hey, do you do skateboarding lessons? And I'm like, I don't know how to skateboard enough yet, but I could commit some work time to getting to learn to skateboard better.
I think you're too old. Not to skateboard, but to give lessons.
Oh, do you think
so?
Will
they take you seriously? Won't you be something mongoing?
I think we might just be showing who is a bit too old for it now.
I think pushing mongo.
I think that's right. I don't push mongo.
You don't push mongo.
No, I don't.
Okay.
And unless,
just other drugs.
Unless that's your nickname. Oh man, I got nothing for that. But that's very exciting to see. We're going to be keeping a very good eye on that. And that does it for us for this week.
It does indeed. I think that's the end.
Awesome.
And I think we're on our time.
Yeah, nailed it.
But happy. Is it Friday today? No,
it'll be Thursday. Friday. Yeah,
but it will be Friday.
We'll release on Friday. Awesome.
Yeah.
But Bomber, as always, thanks for the chat, man.
It was great. 51 down, 20,000 to go.
At least.